To the extent you can talk about it, how focused are you now on international markets outside of North America?
Yeah, international is certainly interesting to us, but we're pretty disciplined about how we're going to approach that. So take a look at the UK. We've done, I don't know, close to a dozen acquisitions in the UK, but we're not going to expand outside of the UK until we've truly built a platform, until we truly have a unified brand and our operations are running well. Not that they are running well, but it's like, how do we get them operating on one CRM, on one accounting platform? When we have all that done and we have the infrastructure right, we'll evaluate going to other countries. We're now the third largest pest control company in Australia, which has been a lot of fun. We've been there for about 12 or 13 years now. So we love to go into a country like in Australia, build it out, and make sure we have a good operation, a good sound coverage of, say, the country. And when we do that, we'll explore going elsewhere. So you're just not going to see us hopscotching all over Europe, just doing a deal because it's there. We're just going to continue to remain focused and disciplined.
So you make the determination on a country-by-country basis on whether or not you want to operate in that country, as opposed to whether the opportunity exists?
Yeah, we have developed kind of an index that we use, where you're looking at things like the corruption index and how easy is it, do they have business-friendly rules and laws, what's the labor environment like in that country, things along those lines. We have a kind of a chart that we've created with an index on that, so we kind of have a good sense of where we're willing to be and where we are pretty sure we don't want to go. Yeah. And those places that we don't want to go, those are places that are really good for franchises. And so being able to operate a franchise, say in Egypt, where we're not as comfortable, we have a great franchisee in Egypt, right? Or going into the UAE or something along those lines. Those are great markets for us to just stick to the franchising model.
Is that a business you're trying to grow still, the international franchise business?
Yeah, we will. We'll continue to grow in that. I do think that there's opportunity to do a better job supporting those businesses and leveraging some of our size and knowledge and expertise, and do a better job supporting and helping them. When we're so far away compared to, say, a domestic franchise, it's much more difficult to support them. Yeah. So that's an area of opportunity.
What's your franchise network in the U.S. look like now, roughly? You guys have bought back a lot of those over the years.
Yeah, we have. But then the Orkin brand still has a lot of franchises. People underestimate the size of the franchises. There's a lot of franchises still that remain at Orkin. There's a lot of kind of middle markets, maybe secondary, maybe tertiary markets where there's a lot of franchises. That's still an important part of the business. And they do a great job representing the Orkin brand. We also have Critter Control franchises. We bought the Critter Control brand years ago, and we're continuing to expand that franchise network. So we also look at franchising as a way for, sometimes our employees want to be owners. Yeah. So they come in, they learn the business, and they say, you know what, I want to go on my own. I want to learn to do this myself. Yep. Well, there's no reason we can't offer them a franchise opportunity in a market where they can go apply their skills and build their own business. So that's another opportunity and part of our story that we can tell to recruit people into our organization.
Are your businesses doing wildlife control outside of Critter Control now? Or does a lot of that get referred to Critter Control?
Some do. So Northwest does some wildlife management. A lot more of the difficult stuff that becomes the TruTech Critter Control brands. Mm-hmm. But a lot of that business, I would say the vast majority of that business is referred to the wildlife business most of the time.
And are you guys still selling Critter Control franchising?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, typically we sell several a year. Yeah.
And that was a business you guys bought, what, in 2012-ish?
I'm thinking between 10 and 12, probably, it would have been on 12 or 13, something like that. Yeah. With a great name, great network of franchisees that already existed. And over time, we've bought some of those back and turned them into company-owned franchises when the owner is ready to sell.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we just continue to open new markets around the country and as well as in Canada.